illustrated independently by Omocat and their team, including music by Slime Girls and Clover and Sea Life. The 2020 trailer music was written by Banshee Beat, Dylan Brown, and composed by Pedro Silva. The game was successfully founded on June 5th, 2014 via Kickstarter. A Nintendo 3DS Sports stretch goal for the game was founded, but it was later announced at Playism pre-Tokyo Game Show 2019 that this port was cancelled and replaced by a Nintendo Switch port. The game is based around several previous works by Omocat, including Omori's blog, Omori's story, Omori's sketchbook, and an unfinished graphic novel. The game focuses on Omori, a depressed young boy going on adventures with his friends and helping others in the world. He wonders why his friends would want to be with someone horrible like him. But Omori recalls a time when he was not like this. He also seems to have forgotten something or someone very important. Omori is heavily inspired by the Mother series, officially Earthbound, and Mother 3, as well as Yume Nikki, another independent or RPG Maker game. The art direction combines pixel art with an hand-drawn art. The overworld and its characters are represented with pixel art, while enemy battles, images of items, and important cutscenes are represented with hand-drawn illustrations. While Omori has already been released, any future updates from the game will be posted on the Omori Game official website. Okay, so now let's talk about the gameplay. Omori features many traditional RPG elements, but contains a very unique battle system. The player controls a party of 4 characters who travel through the game's colorful two-dimensional world with no accessible overworld map. Areas can loop into each other, making the two-dimensional Omoriverse feel uniquely three-dimensional. Various helpful items are spread throughout the world. Some items can be gained by breaking the watermelons that are in each location. There are many buildings, rooms, and NPCs to explore. Interacting with the pile of fruit on the picnic blanket heals the team, while interacting with the picnic basket allows the player to save the game. What about the battles? The battle system in Omori is described as a traditional turn-based battle system with untraditional statuses and states based off real human emotions and conditions. When physical contact occurs between a character and an enemy on the map, the screen switches to battle mode. Battles are fought against enemies with various capacities of hurt, juice, and attack. The main characters can earn experience and level up. This increases the character's attributes such as attack, defense, speed, luck, accuracy, juice, and hurt. Omori and his friends are shown in 4 corners of the battle window. The hurt meter shows how healthy they are. Don't let their hurt drop to 0 or else they'll become toast. During a character's turn, their specific hurt meter is shown as well as their level, hurt, and juice. The juice meters show how much juice characters have. During using a weapon. Some weapon might do cool stuff when attacking with them. Choice is needed to use skills. These are special abilities that help in battle. Most skills use up juice, so players must be careful not to run out. Once each character is assigned a command, the characters and enemy perform their actions in order of their speed. Pocket allows items to be used in battle, like toys or snacks. Items can help Omori and his friends damage enemies and even change emotions. In the fight, if the fight is too difficult or players are in a rush, they can always run away. The characters will leave the battle immediately. However, there are some things they can't run away from. Emotions. Friends and enemies can be affected by emotions. Emotions can be changed by using a skill or item during battle. Certain enemies' ability may also affect the character's emotions. Different emotions have different effects and last for a few turns. The default emotion is always neutral. When angry, attack goes up, but defense goes down. When sad, defense gets higher, but speed lowers and gains a juice shield. When happy, luck and speed rise, but hit rate lowers. Effects of skills and items can change depending on the emotion of the target. Some attacks do more damage to enemies feeling certain emotions. Friendly follow-up. When a party member's attack hits an enemy, the party member can choose to follow up. Speech bubbles will show up next to the attacking party member. Press any of these arrow keys to follow up with another effect. There are only a few seconds to choose an effect before the attacking member's turn ends. Party members need to save up energy to perform follow-up abilities. Every battle starts off with the party at 3 energy. Energy goes up by 1 per time a party member gets hit, as well as per time a party member lands a hit or skill. Follow-ups usually cost 3 energy, but can be stored up to 10 energy. The follow-ups effect depends on who is interacting with who. For instance, when Kel passes his ball to Omori, Omori won't notice and will get bonked on the head, becoming sad. And now the summary. Welcome to the white space. Your name is Omori and you've been living here for as long as you can remember. Everything is bright white. There aren't any walls. A black light bulb hangs from the ceiling. Wherever it is, there's a floor, but it's always cold. The warmest thing here is probably your laptop. You don't mind though. You have a blanket, a laptop, a cat, a sketchbook, and a tissue box. You have everything you need. You're usually upset. Everyone annoys you. You think you're ugly. You don't know where you came from. You don't know where you are going. And you're too tired to care. On good days, your neighbors invite you over for a visit. How can they have fun with someone as horrible as me? You miss them now. When will they come again? Maybe today will be a good day. Or maybe today is a day for sleeping. But sometimes you're reminded you used to have another friend. Someone really important. Somewhere in the back of your head. You have a feeling that you weren't always like this. is already over. You just have to remember it. Now there's a quick sentence for the story. Explore a strange world full of colorful friends and foes. When the time comes, the path you've chosen will determine your fate, and perhaps the fate of others as well. Now let's talk about the characters. In Omori there are 4 main playable characters in the dream world. Omori, Omori, Kale, and Hero. They are also playable in reality as their real world counterparts, with Omori being replaced by Sunny. So first let's talk about my favorite character, which is Omori, of course. Omori is the titular character, a black and white boy living in the white space for as long as he can remember. He can observe enemies or read a sad poem to make one of his friends sad. His friendly follow-up are offensive and strangely don't involve working with his friends, with the exception of his most powerful release energy. His primary weapon of use are knives, which he seems to have a fascination for. The next character is Aubrey. Aubrey is a cheerful girl who loves her hair and bow. Aubrey is a tank. She has a lot more hurt compared to her friends and slow speed, but deals a lot of damage. She can use pep talk to make one of her friends happy and use headbutt after learning it. Her friendly follow-ups allows her to gain attack and defense increases. Her primary weapon of use are blunt weapons, such as stuffed toy and comet hammer. Next character is Kel. Kel is a boy who is very competitive and athletic. Kel is the main offensive and fastest character and has a lot more juice than his friends, allowing him to use more skills in battle. However, he also has the least health of the group. He has the ability to annoy a friend, making them angry. His friendly following up are primarily offensive. His primary weapon of use are ball-shaped objects such as rubber ball and meteor ball. And the last character is Hero. Hero is the oldest of the group, keeping the party calm and on track. Hero has high health but low speed and offense. Hero is a support of the party, healing his friends by cooking or calming their emotions with massage. He can also use his irresistible charm to distract enemies with a smile or mesmerize, preventing them from attacking or lowering their attack. His friendly follow-up are all supportive. His primary weapon of use are cooking utensils such as spatula and baking pan. Now let's talk about the development. The announcement of the game happened on July 31, 2013 from Omocat, where they announced the discontinuation of the Omori manga and the starting development of Omori game. Her post contained running animated sprites of the 4 main protagonists. After the launch on Kickstarter on April 21, 2014, the very first look into Omori was at the GR2 Gallery in Los Angeles on May 3, 2014, presented by their game night. People were able to demo the very first prototype of the game. The game was successfully funded in June 5th, 2014 via Kickstarter, demo of the game was available to play during Anime Expo 2014 at the Omocat booth, where they announced production of the game on the Crunchyroll stage. Hand-drawn originals of Omori were on display during the pop-up shop at Japan LA on March 28, 2015 to April 26, 2015. The production has been hit with many obstacles, one being the entire migration from one entire version to another, as well as revising art direction entirely from scratch. Some more team members were added to help out with production. Bakers received many updates of the game's progression. Omocat hosted another pop-up shop event in Los Angeles on October 7 and 8, 2017, where people could demo the latest version of the game. The event handed out exclusively Omori pins and allowed 15 minutes of gameplay demo per person or 30 minutes of play if you were a Kickstarter baker. Also presented were more now hand-drawn original concept art. The event was well attended and even included a musical performance from one of the game's musicians, Slime Girls. On April 9, 2018, Omocat released their demo on each point. Let's continue to speak English. Kickstarter bakers. For Kickstarter bakers. On December 25, 2020, Omori was released on Steam, with a Japanese port releasing on December 19, 2021. The game was released on the Nintendo Switch and Xbox One on June 17, 2022. And the PlayStation 4 version released on June 24, 2022, containing exclusive content. And there's so much date, oh my god. Okay, now there's a part for the origin. Omori was created as much older boy on a blog by Omocat called Omori, which lasted from 22 December 2011 to 14 March 2012. He introduces himself as Omori, who likes to play old games. He wears a black tank top, striped short, and long black socks. The blog features Omori with simple phrases in the white space, which are rather depressing or contemplative of life. Common items shown in the blog are a black light bulb, his cat, his laptop, his Game Boy, a tissue box, his blanket, and a knife. It contains some dark images and an insight into the character and depression. The blog appears to end when Omori cannot access his laptop anymore. It is unknown whether or not this is intentional or coincidental. Omori's story is a short story about Omori and his colorful neighbors. Besides the Kickstarter, this story and a poster were the only things sold as merchandise by Omocat. You can no longer buy the story in the Omocat shop. The Omori sketchbook is featured on the Omori game website. The sketchbook shows many drawings by Omori, some shown in the game's sketchbook in white space. The Omori graphic novel was the initial idea for Omocat to bring Omori's story to a larger project. It is now a discontinued graphic novel to make way for the Omori game, as Omocat had a much bigger vision to tell this story. And that's it for that article. Omori is such a great game. I really like the musics and the art style. The story is very deep, pretty sad, but still